Tina from Frugal, Fun, and Fabulous, and I am so excited about today's video. I am doing a recipe collaboration. This is my favorite Walt Disney World recipe with a bunch of other ladies who love Disney World just as much as I do. All of their channels will be linked down below, so please go check them out. Today I'm going to be making my version of the gray stuff from Be Our Guest, which is a Beauty and the Beast themed restaurant in the Magic Kingdom. This recipe is super delicious, really simple. It only requires a few ingredients and it doesn't require any cooking at all, so it's a great recipe to make with kids. So for this recipe, you're going to need the following ingredients. You're going to need some milk. You can use whole milk or 2% milk, some whipped topping. You're going to need 1 box of chocolate instant pudding mix and 1 box of vanilla instant pudding mix. And you're also going to need about 12 to 15 Oreo cookies. You'll need a few things for equipment. I've got here a whisk and a mixing bowl, a measuring cup, a food processor. Now I'm going to be using my mini food processor. We're going to be using this to grind our Oreos up very fine. Now if you don't have a food processor, don't worry about it. Just grab a big Ziploc bag and put your Oreos in there and just make sure you get them as finely crumbled as you possibly can. I'll show you what I mean in just a few minutes. And the last piece of equipment that I've got here is just this cake decorating set. This is essentially like a pastry bag with different size tips on it. You can use this to like pipe icing, things like that. I got mine on Amazon for a few dollars. You can pick these up pretty much anywhere though. Any like Walmart, Target will have them. Any sort of craft store, even your grocery store may have them as well. This is not actually a completely necessary item that you need, so you can make this recipe without it. This is just to make it really pretty, which I'll show you guys in just a few minutes. And for a very special touch, again guys, completely unnecessary. You don't have to have these to make the recipe, but I've got here some of these white sugar pearl sprinkles. Again, I got these on Amazon. You can pick these up pretty much in any grocery store. You know, near the cake decorating aisle where the birthday cake candles and things like that are. I just have these again just to make it really gorgeous at the end, which you'll see in just a second. Okay, now that we've got all of our ingredients together, let's get started on the recipe. The first thing that we're going to want to do is take this entire box of vanilla pudding mix, put it in our bowl, and add 1.5 cups of cold milk to that. Okay, so here we've got 1 and then 1/2 cup as well. Take your whisk and whisk all of that together really well. Once you've got your pudding mix and your milk thoroughly combined, go ahead and stick the entire bowl in the fridge for about 7 to 10 minutes and let it set. In the meantime, we're going to work on our Oreo cookies. Okay, once again, I've got my mini food processor bowl here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and add about 12, maybe 15 Oreos in here, pretty much as many as will fit comfortably inside the bowl. Okay, I was able to get 14 Oreo cookies in just like that. Next, I'm just going to pop the lid on this and grind all of these up as fine as I can possibly get them. Okay, our cookies are nice and finely ground. I don't know if you guys can see the texture of those, but they're super duper fine, kind of like cookie sand or cookie dirt, very finely ground. Okay, next thing I've done is taken my pudding out of the fridge, and as you can see, it's been in there about 7 minutes or so, and it's completely set up. It's like a solid now versus a liquid. I did take my spoon and take a little bit out just to check the texture of it, and it's totally done. So what we're going to do is add our cookie crumbs into our pudding, and then I'm going to take a spoon like this and just fold everything together. Okay, I've got everything together mixed in this bowl, and as you can see, it's already kind of starting to take on a little bit of a grayish hue. It is going to get lighter. I'll show you what we're going to do next. Go ahead and take that entire tub of whipped topping that you have and fold that into the mixture as well. With this one, you don't want to stir quite as hard because you want the mixture to kind of retain that fluffy texture that the whipped topping is going to bring to it. But just go ahead and put the entire tub in, kind of fold it all together really lightly, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, once you've added the whipped topping, your mixture is going to look something like this, which you can already see it's taking on that grayish hue from the whipped topping, lightening it up a lot. The next thing that we're going to do is take our chocolate pudding mix, and I'm going to add between 2 and 3 tablespoons of this. I'm going to start out with 2 and go ahead and mix that up first and see how it looks, because I wanted to make sure that it doesn't turn completely brown and chocolate colored. We want it to stay that gray hue so that it lives up to its name, the gray stuff. Okay, at this point with 2 tablespoons of the chocolate pudding mix, I think mine is going to be the perfect color. So I'm going to go ahead and set this in the fridge for about 1 hour, and then I'll show you how we're going to serve this. Alright guys, it's been about an hour. I went ahead and pulled my gray stuff back out of the fridge. This is exactly what it looks like. I tasted it too. Oh my gosh, it is so delicious. Now there's a few ways you can serve this. One, you can just eat it straight out of the bowl like I'll probably end up doing later. Just kidding. There's a couple other ways as well though. What I'm going to do is grab that pastry bag that we talked about earlier, and then I'm going to grab one of the wider tips on it. Just a decorative tip. I've got one here that says star. It's like a 30 tip. and just set this pastry bag up, and then I'm gonna pipe it onto some plates just to make it look extra pretty and give it that extra special touch. And if you're using this method, guys, this is one of the reasons that I wanted to have those cookies crushed as finely as possible, because if you have any large chunks when you crush those cookies, they're gonna end up getting stuck in the tip here and it won't pipe out evenly. Okay, I've got a small dessert plate here, so I'm just gonna take this and pipe it right on. Okay, and as you can see, it makes it a little bit more fancy than if you just kind of serve it in a bowl. I'm gonna finish this up and then I'll show you guys what the finished product looks like. Okay, mine didn't come out quite as pretty as it could have. If I really wanted this to come out nice, I could stick this mixture back in the fridge or even in the freezer for a little while and let it set up a little bit more. It's a little warm in here, so I think it's kind of just melting a little, but don't worry, it's still gonna taste absolutely phenomenal. So I've got it piped on the plate here. Then I'm just going to take some of these pearl sprinkles that we talked about earlier that I ordered online and just sprinkle a few of those on top. Okay, and there's one way to serve it right there. I've got all the little pearl sprinkles on there. It looks super pretty. I'm telling you guys, this is so delicious. I'm going to show you one more way you can actually serve this as well. Okay, the second idea I have for serving this is to just take like a little snack cake. You could even use a brownie, whatever you want. Stick it on the plate here, and then we're going to pipe some of this right on top and make it really adorable. Okay, as you can see, I've got the gray stuff right on top of my cake here. I'm just gonna take a few more of my sprinkles and put those right on. I ended up piping some around the bottom as well, but isn't that cute, guys? That's all you have to do. All right, everyone, well, I hope you enjoyed my Disney World recipe. Again, this was a collab with several awesome ladies who also love Disney World. Please go check out their channels, which will be linked down below. If you are new to my channel and you do enjoy my videos, please do subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!